I am a former Los Angeles police narcotics detective, and I worked South Central Los Angeles. I was personally exposed to CIA operations and recruited by CIA personnel who attempted to recruit me in the late 70s to become involved in protecting agency drug operations in this country. I did bring this information out 18 years ago, and I got shot at and forced out of LAPD because of it.
En dag du gikk fra meg da jeg bodde i Gabels gate, så opplevde du noe merkelig. Fortell.
Jeg gikk fra deg, jeg tror klokken var sånn rundt 9. I hvert fall litt sånn ut på kvelden. Og når jeg da svinger ut på Frognerveien, så legger jeg merke til en bil som begynner å kjøre ved siden av meg, nedover den ganske trafikerte veien, kjører bilen ved siden av meg i gå-tempo. Og jeg lurer på hva er det som skjer her, hvorfor kjører den bilen så sakte? Er det noen jeg kjenner og ser i bilen, og da ser jeg en mannsperson, litt eldre faktisk, sånn 50-40, som stirrer på meg. Og jeg stirrer tilbake, og han fortsetter å kjøre og stirre og stirre. Til vi har gått gata som jeg går på, krysser en annen vei, og da kjører han inn den veien foran meg og lener seg over panseret, over rattet, sånn jeg ser deg type.
Det virket som at bilen sto og ventet på deg da du gikk fra meg, eller?
Ja, den må jo ha gjort det, fordi den kom ikke kjørende. Den på en måte startet opp når jeg kom, da. På en måte startet opp når jeg kom, da.
Hva var det som gjorde den episoden sånn veldig spesiell?
Det var fordi at det virket som han ville at jeg skulle vite at han så på meg, da. At det var ikke en sånn typisk jeg ser på deg fordi jeg synes du er sexy, men jeg ser på deg og jeg vil at du skal vite at jeg ser på deg. Han hadde sånn intens stirring. Det er vel noen som vil vise at de ser deg, de vet hvem du er, de følger med. Det er det jeg tenker at det var det budskapet. Vi ser deg, vi vet hvor du er.
Scientists have done experiments with rats, and they have chips in the rat's brain. And what they did was they taught a rat how to do certain things. And when the rat did all these complex things, it could get food. Now, it took the rat weeks to learn that. Weeks. But then they hooked the rat's brain chip to the internet. And they had another rat in another city. And instantly they connected those two rats' brains. And do you know what happened? The other rat knew how to get the food right away. It didn't have to learn anything. The knowledge was transferred from one brain of a living animal to another brain. That is amazing. That opens up a world of possibilities. Because if they can do that in rats today, imagine 10 years from now what they can do in humans. And we will go there. So, mind-to-mind communication. This is something of science fiction that we all read about. But this is actually possible today, as I just showed you. So there will come a point where if we have a chip in our brain, and you out there have a chip in your brain, we can communicate. We can communicate without talking. We can communicate when you're halfway around the world. And we can exchange knowledge. So, if you look at a world where we have these chips that are connected to the internet, all of a sudden, every piece of information on the internet becomes accessible to our minds. Once you are connected to the internet, you are no longer trapped in your body. You can actually be anywhere at any time that any other person or any other device is getting sensory information. You could be in Elon Musk's head right now, walking around doing what he's doing, if Elon Musk allowed you to do that. People can hack your cell phone now. People can hack your computer, and it can be bad. They can steal your banking information, take all your money. They can steal your identity, but they can't really hurt you. In the future, though, if somebody hacks into your head because it's connected to the internet, they can steal you. They could actually steal you. They can implant memories in your head that you don't have. They could erase memories. They could control you in ways that you wouldn't even know you're being controlled. Is this scary? We are going to be making these decisions that lay the groundwork for this technology in our lifetime. And those decisions will affect the rest of humanity more than any decisions we have made in the past.
Per Isdal har vært sjefspsykolog ved Gaustad sykehus. Han har gransket forholdene.
Et stort prosjekt gikk ut på å kontrollere folks atferd gjennom å kontrollere deres hjerne fysisk. Gjerne via elektroniske koblinger på lang avstand, men på en sånn måte at folk ikke selv visste at de ble kontrollert.
Så det er poenget at menneskene som ble utsatt for dette, ikke forsto hva de ble utsatt for?
Det er hele poenget.
Electronic mind control research is not new. A scientific milestone in this area came in the 1960s when Dr. Jose Delgado demonstrated remote control over a charging bull. By connecting a radio antenna to electrodes inserted into the bull's brain, Delgado proved that the animal's aggressive impulses could be thwarted by electronically manipulating the bull's muscle reflexes.
If you want to talk about microwaves and chips and microwave weapons, they'll just talk about it over a biscuit and a cup of tea. It wasn't secret. Most governments talked openly, or people talked openly about it. It wasn't until the 70s, mid-70s, I think the full potential of this globally came into force, and the governments decided then to put everything under the Official Secrets Acts. But until then, nothing was secret. It was just talked about openly. I mean, it just wasn't, people didn't know about it. It wasn't general knowledge. You wouldn't meet somebody in the supermarket and say, have you got a chip in? But the people that had them knew they had them, and they would go around talking about them, and other people would talk about them.
I used to work for the National Security Agency, the NSA, at Fort Meade, Maryland. Post 9/11 laws are being purposely misinterpreted to say that since we, the USA, reserves the right to kill terrorists anywhere, anytime, that if we lower the criteria to less than probable cause in regard to the terrorist watch list, which was done in 2013, then thousands of random people can be put on the TWL, terrorist watch list, no questions asked. DHS has made a separate for-profit DHS entity and is selling kill contracts on innocent people to buddies in the military-industrial complex to torture and kill, to test on humans weapons like gases, poisons, directed energy weapons, nanoparticles, secreted medical chips, and even networks of chips that, according to the Pentagon, comes in torture protocol 1 through 5, at least. Another protocol being used is to order law enforcement to write off anybody who complains of stalking harassment and being tortured as crazy, and they are forbidden to help the person denied constitutional rights. InfraGard vigilantes, under the auspices of the FBI and the fusion centers, are paid to stalk and harass the victims so that the harassment mimics what one-dimensional psychologists immediately assume is schizophrenia, delusions, paranoia, when it is not. This constant harassment was perfected by the former East German communist secret police, the Stasi, as psychological warfare to destroy dissidents. Since there is millions of dollars to be made from using non-consensual human experimentation, even to lethality, this program is viciously covered up with an intricate network of paid conspirators.
Humans are like guinea pigs. If they want to experiment on you, by the thousands they will. And you can be driven to insanity and death, and you just become a tick in a box without any so much as a feeling. Yeah, and this is what they do, and this is why they are above the law.